Hey YouTube, this is Pawpaw here, and we are going to try to film a part of climb today. I want to show off my the new setup I have for climbing the tree. Probably not going to be a full climb. I'm here by myself trying to use the tripod and the phone, try to video this, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea of some of the things that I do to get up to the tree. We're going to be climbing this tree right here, pine tree, and we're probably going to be going up to about 22 feet. So I've got everything in my pack, and we're going to at least go up to the first stick because it's probably going to go out of frame. But I'm going to show you what I do to try to get up in there. So anyway, this is what we're going to give this thing a try. So, all right, I'm walking up to my tree. I got my tree picked out. Take the back off. Basically, want to start unloading this stuff. I've got my sticks, my 3 Latitude SS climbing sticks. I get them off. What I do is I'll pull them off and I'll set them aside. I've got 2 things I got to get out of my pack, and that is my platform and my climbing aider. So we're gonna pull them out. Got the aider right there. And we got our platform. This is the Hunt Arsenal Razor. This is the original one. This is not the 2.0. Like that 2.0, but this one works great. Works for me. I really like this belt clip on this thing. But that's my platform. Very compact, fits inside my pack. And so what I'll do is I'll take my pack, zip this thing back up. Try to do this quickly enough. And one of the first things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pull-up rope. Now this is 30 feet of pull-up rope. If you saw my last video, this is a little bit thicker than paracord. I've got some knots every 14, 16 inches. I got knots in here to help with the grip. And the reason it's blue, I didn't cover it in the other video, is because my other ropes were green, and there were a few times where I'd climb off. My ropes would be laying in the grass or at the bottom of the tree, and they were hard to see, and I almost forgot them. Almost forgot to get them picked up. This blue rope, yeah, it stands out so that I'll notice it, I need to go ahead and get that wrapped up. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and hook my pack. I'll hook that on there. And then I've got it tied on. I try to do that first because there's been a few times when I climbed the top of the tree and realized my pack was down the ground. Forgot to tie it on. So that's that's an issue. Then what I'll do, I'm gonna take my sticks. I'm gonna do my sticks. I'm gonna leave my little band down here on the ground. I'm gonna take my first stick. This is where this new climbing method really comes in handy. I haven't shown you my sticks. What I did, I've got a continuous loop of Amsteel. This is a 3/16 Amsteel here on the top of the stick. I've got it girth hitched around the top, and that's what I'm gonna hook my aider into. So we're gonna take our stick, we're gonna put it around the tree, and we're gonna get our Amsteel, and we're gonna throw that Amsteel up as high as we can get it. Okay. Now I know when I'm stretched like this, if that top step is above my thumb, that's over 7 foot. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. You see the top step, I can almost touch it with my fingers. And I know it's gonna sink. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and tie this Latitude stick off. This is the factory recommended way of tying it, but then I go a little bit extra. I'm gonna wrap this around the back, around both sides of it. What you do is you pull it. I'm pulling it this way, and it's taking the rope, and it is really cinching it down. Then what I'll do is I'll pull it through one more time. I've got me a loop on there. Put the end of the stick down like that. Pull out the bottle. Yeah, that stick is good. That stick is good. There we go. And I'll reach up as high as I can reach. So that stick is right here, the top stick. If it was right here, that would be 7 foot. So that's probably 7 foot 3 inches, 7 foot 4 inches. Now, we've got that on. What we're going to do now is put our aider on. This is a 5-step HA from Black Diamond. I've added a few things to it. This is what allows me to climb like I need to. So I've got a couple of AM steel loops here that I got looped in. Again, 3/16 AM steel, extremely strong. This is a Black Diamond carabiner. This little clip carabiner. It's rated for 1,500 pounds. So what we'll do, we can get it on there. There we go. That's looped on that loop. So now here's my my HVA. I've got a little piece of nylon twine on here with a clip, and when I start to climb, I'm gonna clip it onto my shirt. That way, when I get up there, when I take this off of here to go put it on the next stick, then if something was happening, if I was to drop it, it wouldn't go all the way to the ground because I'm gonna have it tied on. And then when I get to the third stick up at the top, I'll take this off and I'll actually bring it up underneath, and I'll probably hook it someplace up here just to get it out of the way, because this stays on my third stick once it's up at the top. So now something important. I'm gonna get this out of the way here. Something is important as far as this HVA is you need to make sure, however you got it hooked up here, you need to make sure that this thing is lying straight. If it's twisted, you try to start climbing now, your steps are not going to be where they're supposed to be. So untwist this thing. I start out with my right foot here, and I like this because it's alternating steps. Okay, the steps are alternating, which makes it a lot easier for me. Because of my size, obviously, you can see that I'm a little bit bigger guy. A lot smaller than I was, but I'm a little bit bigger guy. And trying to step, on an aider where the steps are directly over each other, that was always a problem for me. And so I like this because it's alternating steps. And so when we get ready to climb here in a few seconds, I'm going to put this on, hook that on there after I get everything ready to go. All right. Now, one thing when I start to climb this, you're putting your foot in this aider. Okay. When you put your foot in the aider, what you want to do is you want to step straight down. You don't want to step to the side. All right, you want to step straight down. Okay, and then when you step straight down, this aider, what's going to happen is this will tighten up. Okay, you're going to grab the tree. You're going to step into this one. When you step into the second step, make sure that when you step in, if you look at it from the top, you're stepping into the tree. You've got this center line. You want to step in your next step like this. So your steps are like this going up the tree. All right, so basically you're trying to put your toes on the center line. If you step here, the next step is over here. You're not in the center line. And what's going to happen is it's going to cause your balance. It's going to cause your balance, going to have a hard time balancing. So take your step, put one step here, so it's in line with the aider. Helps you with your balance an awful lot. Okay, so let's go ahead. Of course, my platform, we're gonna put that on there. I'm gonna take our sticks. Everybody's asking about all these fancy things you got to buy to put your sticks on your saddle. If you saw my saddle video, these dump pouches. I mean, there's hardly nothing in this dump pouch. But look at it. It's open. It's got some rigidity to it. What I do. You see that? I just looped it. My stick hangs right there. I'll do the same thing with this other stick. On this side. There we go. Got my platform on the back. That belt that I put in the on my saddle. If you saw that video, you're going to see how I mean, that's tight. I don't have to have the suspenders anymore. Okay. So before I climb the tree, I have a one last minute checklist, because there was one time a couple of years ago where I forgot my platform on the ground. I'm such an idiot sometimes. So I'm hooked on. I've got my sticks. I got my platform. So now we're going to pull out. We're going to pull out our linesman. We'll get this going around the tree. There we go. I just recently started here when I got this method. I recently started climbing pine trees, which I know for a lot of you guys, you're like, what? You know, because a lot of guys, that's all you have is pine trees. However, this is a walking trail here. You'll probably see people in the background walking back and forth. I've already had one lady look at me funny because she heard me talking back in the woods. It's funny because I'll do videos up in the trees, and I'll be up in the tree 22 feet. I'll be talking, making a video or something like this, and there'll be people walking, they'll be looking all around. You have no idea that you're way up in the tree. And so you're clipped in. You want to give yourself enough room where you can move your legs up. Now normally when I'm climbing, I don't have my blue jeans on. Okay, I've got my hunting pants, which but they're a lot looser. There's a lot more, I guess, play. Would that be a good word? But they're looser. They allow me to bend a lot easier. But the beauty of this is I'm not trying to get my leg way up here to step into an aider. I can start way down here. And if I have to, when I go to put my foot in, if I have to, I can help out with my foot. Again, you want the strap right in the middle. You'll kind of find the sweet spot, not so much in the, a lot of people, they'll put it all the way to the back of the heel of the boot. But then you've got it in, so you're gonna push, you're gonna step down. All right, you take your lineman's, I make sure and hold it with my left hand, right? So hold it, I'm gonna step up. Take your time. Now if you notice, when I stepped into that loop, I'm trying to keep my toes in line with each other. Step up again. Trying to keep my toes in line with each other. And step up again. Okay. And you're not in a race, you're not in a hurry. You ain't gotta run up to like a score. Step up again. Now, I hope you can see me. I hope it's not out of frame. Adjusted my linesman. Now, if I was going to go up the tree more, what I'd do, I'd let some slack out, and I would reach down and grab this aider. Pull it up. Pull it. Of course, I didn't hook it on because I'm only going to go one stick. I'm going to climb back down, turn the thing off, and then actually climb all the way up. I don't have anybody that helped me this morning as far as showing me all the way up the top of the tree. So I might see if I can just adjust the camera and see if we can get a shot there. And what I do is I'll take that off and I'll loop it over my shoulders. Okay. Now, if you notice when I put that on, you'll see it wasn't straight. So now move it with my boots, we're going to come down. Okay? Let some slack out in your lineman, because you don't want that thing bunching up. Now fish it. There's my toe. Okay? Come back down to the next one. There's my toe. Again, you're taking your time. You're making sure you got a hold of the tree. Stepping down. You say, what if you got to go around limbs? Okay, go around limb. Let's say there's a limb right here. or you know, yeah, let's say there's a limb right here. What would you do? I would take this, put it over the limb, bring it back around, hook it in here, right? Tighten this one up, loosen this one, take this one off, and continue my climb, okay? That's the reason I said in my other video that you ought to have 2 different colored ropes, in my opinion, okay? Because if they're both the same color, like I said, if they're both the same color, you get in a precarious position where you're balancing. I'm sitting here balancing right now, you know, on the aider, and actually, you know, my fear used to be as this thing would be swinging all over the place, but you're not. You're balanced enough to be able to get this out, loop it around, hook it back in. But if you're the same color, what if you're in a precarious situation, you're balanced, and you reach up, and you're expecting you know, to take one off, and you take the wrong one off, and you're not expecting that. Now you're not supported, in danger of falling. So that's what you would do. You know, that's the reason I say have different colors. At least it's going to help you. It's going to help you see, okay, I've got the green one on top. I need to loosen the tan one or whatever. You know, that's going to help you a little bit. So here we are. We're still on the loop. We're going to continue coming down. Again, notice I'm trying to keep my toes. Come all the way down. And I'm going a little bit slower than normally. Now you're on the ground. Now you're on the ground. So a lot of times I'll sit here and I'll take all my stuff off. But that's it. That's how you're going to climb with this aider, this HUA. Like I said, that top stick right there, that's a 7 foot, about 7 foot 4 inches. You do that times 3, you're looking at 21. That's 22 feet. If I can put 3 sticks like that, that's 22 feet right then. And then and then normally I'll put my platform about that far above the top stick, and I'll tie it in. And then, I mean, you're way up there. You are way up there. So let me get loose of this thing, walk around there, and we're going to change the camera and see if I can get maybe show further up the tree. We'll continue the video. If not, we'll just end the video right now. So hey, if I end the video right now, I appreciate you watching, you know, looking at the video. Make sure that you subscribe, like the video. Please put me a comment down the video. It helps the videos to get out there. Recommend my channel to others. You know, I don't do these videos for, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not trying to make $1 million off of YouTube. Okay, I'm not trying to promote any one brand or so forth. Basically, I'm trying to be a help to other saddle hunters like myself, new guys coming in. They've got all these questions. They're wondering, you know, hey, could I do this? What about this? Is this going to work? And if I can offer some solutions and help with some problems, give you some tips and tricks that's going to help you in your saddle hunting, that's what I like. I'm just trying to help. So anyway, I appreciate you watching, and have a good season. Talk to you later.